Hello, this is MetalLife4 here, and welcome to another video. Now today, I am going to be talking about Supergirl, Season 2, Episode 1. Now, I have only seen half of Supergirl Season 1, so this was kind of new for me going into watching this. I've seen up to like episode 11 of Season 1. It was actually quite boring. I didn't really sort of get into it as much as I did with Flash and Arrow and Legends. I didn't really get into it as much, so I didn't really watch it because it was quite boring. But this season actually looks a lot better than last season, in my opinion. Anyway, like this one's actually got me quite intrigued coming in, sort of like, especially coming in as a new viewer as well. So I'm gonna have a sort of different view to everyone else. Like I didn't feel that it was too overcomplicated, too relying on stuff that happened last season. I didn't really, they didn't really fill you in that well, but it didn't need filling in. I can assume already, because, like, I sort of know, I can sort of guess, because I'm familiar with the character, so I'm good on that. But the main storyline I don't know from last season, but they didn't rely on that too much in this season to pick up the pace of this one and start off the new storyline, and I liked that. I mean, the CG was a bit, the CGI was a bit dodgy, iffy at places. But that's going to happen. It's a TV show. It's got a low budget. It can't deal with that kind of stuff very well, especially when you've got like Superman and Supergirl who can do so many cool things. Talking about that, Superman, he doesn't really have the sort of stature of Superman, even though he doesn't look like a Superman. But I like him. I like the sort of way he talks. I like the character, how he's being portrayed. It's quite a nice, happy Superman, as opposed to the Man of Steel Superman that we've got in recent years, the Henry Cavill one, who's very depressed. This is a very upbeat, lively one, and I like that. I really enjoyed his performance, actually. I'm really looking forward to see how long he stays around for, because I'm fairly sure he's not actually going to be in the whole season, but he will be there for like a couple of episodes. I quite like him, and he'll probably come back for the finale or something like that. But yeah, overall, this episode actually looked really good. And I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season. It's actually got me kind of inspired back in Supergirl again, because as I said earlier, about 11 episodes in, I got quite bored of Supergirl Season 1, and I couldn't really watch it. I couldn't sit there and watch it for an hour, but I reckon with this one, I reckon I can watch it. I reckon I can stand it. But I don't know, I'll have to see. I mean, they've brought up some new topics that I quite like the... At the end of all of the CW shows, they always do like that little cliffhanger. This week's one, I'm not going to say what it is, but I'll talk about it a bit. It was really good. I liked it. It's bringing in some great elements from the comics, and I really want to know where this is going to go, this storyline, because there is some really great stuff in the comics and in the animated movies, TV shows about this specific location that they bring up at the end, and there are some really great storylines to go with that, and maybe they'll do some stuff like that with the TV show, and that would be really interesting. And it could also be linked with the crossover episode. That'd be quite interesting to see. Obviously, I like how this. I think also last season there weren't too many. There were lots of Kryptonians, not too many human enemies. This time it was a human enemy, and I reckon that's a lot better to have less aliens and more people in it, more realistic enemies, people that you can sort of empathise with in a way. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. The villain this episode was actually really quite good, and I like the way the sort of episode flowed. I like the main storyline. It was well paced and stuff like that. The visuals were quite good. I mean, the CGI is a bit dodgy at some places, but other places it's actually quite good. But yeah, that's all for this video. I'm going to try and get my Flash video out as soon as I can, but I am very busy at the moment, so that's why this video, like the Supergirl video, is coming out on Wednesday. I think this should be up. Flash will be Thursday, Legends Friday, hopefully, and then, Flash Thursday, Arrow Friday, and then Legends on Saturday. Hopefully, if I can keep to this schedule, it'll be quite good. I'm not sure how often I'll be able to do these on Wednesday, though, so I might have to push Supergirl back to the weekend and talk about it there. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments about that. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. My name is MetalLife4, and I'll see you next time.